York.
New York. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Thank you. Welcome.
Okay, my name is Ping Charit from the Faculty of Engineering, Chulalongkorn University, Thailand. I am here to sharing what we have done in our university to achieve carbon neutral in
Yes.
our university. Yes.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Angela Yokley. I'm also representing the Ringo constituency from Washington University, and I'm originally from Houston, Texas.
Thank you.
สวัสดีค่ะ Good morning. My name is Jitsai Santaputra. I am the SDG 7 Global Youth Ambassador for Southeast Asia, the co-founder of Youth for Energy in Southeast Asia, and also the Thai head delegate for this year. For
Thank you.
The youths.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Pawin Sri Singh. I am from Chulalongkorn University, Faculty of Engineering, and I am the Vice President of Finance of the Engineering Student Committees.
Hi all, I'm Bibachu. I'm originally from Nepal, but I go to Colby College, and I'm a major in Science, Technology, and Society and Computer Science. I'm just here because I'm interested in climate action, and I want to see what's going on.
สวัสดีค่ะ Hello everyone. My name is Charintip Deshapampon. I'm part of Thai Youth Delegate this year for COP. So the reason I'm here is trying to foster the South-to-South cooperation between Thailand and Latin American countries. And actually, it's my first COP this year, so I'm looking forward to learn.
Thank you so much to be here with us. So I just go right into the questions, and of course, some of the questions will come from the audience as well. What narrative about youth that needs to be changed right now at COP28? Anyone's burning answer? What's the narrative about youth that needs to be changed and shifted, enable for youth to be engaged more on the climate solution and climate decision? 30 seconds each. Thank you.
I think a lot of times world leaders think that the youth shouldn't be taken seriously because of our age and lack of knowledge compared to the world leaders. But in reality, I think our age is something that is an advantage, and it gives us a new perspective that world leaders should be listening to because it will be affecting our futures more than it will be
Yes.
affecting them. So
You're gonna last long in this planet more than us, so it's your concern. Thank you.
I think the narrative that needs to be changed is that youth are the future leaders. Youth are the leaders of today already. We just need to be enabled and we need opportunities. So that's something that's really important to think about, that young people can drive change and not just, be the receiving end of policies, that they can drive those policies and help co-create more inclusive policies.
Thank you. We need to be enabled now. Yes.
I also think that, yes, we are the future, we are leaders of today, but there's a lot of talk and there's a lot of words. But access to financing, to put young people in these positions, to give them the right technical education, the know-hows, how to get there, what to do when they have access to government bodies or or private sector leaders, there's a huge gap. So we need more financing and commitment.
Anyone? Yes.
I think there's also some level of negative perception of youth in some ways, given that we are so intertwined with the internet and social media, and a lot of leaders or older people think that we're losing values and culture, but I don't think that's the case. I think youth are more globally connected and have more values and are more aware now, and being able to use that is going to be crucial to solve a complex challenge of the world right now.
We can do it. We can do it together. Yes.
I think the narrative of youth is actually the age limits because under the UN, my age is still counting as youth, but in some countries, our age is not considering as youth anymore.
Can we know the number a bit? I'm probably including youth as well.
So
Can I?
under the United Nations, it's up until 35.
35.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So I believe we are here considering as youth. So
Yes.
obviously at COP we see a lot of youth delegation from different countries, and I actually think that this is such a great platform that youth can learn between each other.
Yes.
And by learning, sharing between the countries, it's actually gaining networking, and it's also a path for our green career as well in the future, because some countries, the green career may be more limited than the others. So being able to connect with other people from different countries via COP or via youth community back in your country,
Green
this
job.
can be
Yes.
foster us.
Thank you so much. Anyone want to add on? Shifting narrative. Quick, 30-second pitch for the leader. Yes.
Okay, so what I think that needs to be changed is that the perspective that the youth is the not careful, and they think very fast, and they always make a decision fast and not careful enough. So many times that the funding is not go to youth because they think that we
Money.
Yes.
Yes. Any banker here? Any climate finance here? I'm sure. Yes.
Okay, what I think the narrative of youth that need to be changed is, especially in Thailand, the place where I was born is, the youth can make a big impact, even though we are a student, even though we are a child. So our idea can be like made a huge impact because of we are living in the age of like the digital. We live in the age that we born with climate change. So if it's not a youth to tackle with climate change that we were born with. So I think that youth can be like made a big impact to the world too. Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
I think there's also this perspective that youth need more time to grow up or more time to mature, but particularly with an issue like the climate crisis where we need urgent action, we don't have time to act like we need more time to grow up. We need to be engaged and connected to older generations now and be allowed to share our voice now.
Yes, and we don't need time to get old to actually engage you guys, right? Yeah, I'm 35. Oh my gosh. A little bit too late, but yes. Okay, great. So I would just want to go around each of you. I'm sure youth around the world don't have this opportunity like you guys here to be on the stage, to be at COP. The ticket is limited. It's so hard to find funding to find from Thailand, Laos, Bhutan to be here. What is your contribution to this planet? Can you share with me your actions in 30 seconds each? Thank you. And of course, it's not about sharing what I'm doing. Thinking about you're right in front of Joe Biden, your own Prime Minister, Mr. Antonio Guterres, and he have like 30 seconds for his attention. What will be your pitch for that? What you do? Yes, anyone? And to do that, please stand up in front, yes, and do it, yes.
Hi, everybody. My name is Shaquille Kareem, World YMCA. I guess I would say here that at the YMCA, we've created a global finance mechanism within our own 120 associations around the world. We take money from North America, we funnel it down to Latin America. We take money from Europe, we funnel it down to Africa. We take money from Korea, Japan, and some other APAY regions, and we funnel it to Southeast Asia. So the YMCA has already identified a mechanism how to extrapolate some funding, but we need more of it. If you want to know more, I can talk about it more later.
Perfect, but you don't take money out of Thailand, okay? Thank you. Please give a applause to him. Woohoo. Next youth, come on, you already have 30 seconds. This is a good practice, and you do it for real. And of course, all of this audience are the leader as well. Yes.
Well, my name is Angela. I'm from the U.S., and I think something I would say to our leader is, do you think you're doing enough? You know, climate change is a global problem. It needs global solutions. And you can't just work on domestic policies and expect that to solve the global climate crisis. You need to work with other countries, work with global institutions in order to solve the global problem. So I think they need to do more globally.
You need to work more. It's not enough. Thank you. Woohoo. You need to give money to me. You need to work more. Okay, what else? Okay, Tata ka, our proud youth of Thailand. Let's do it. 30 seconds.
I actually have actionable steps for everybody in this room. I want more collaboration to happen between the ministries and also all the funders who are funding this pavilion. My ask is that for next year, we have an open process of applications for people who want to attend COP. For young people, the budgets can definitely come from the private sector. Most of them were in this room. The proposal is you bring 2 executives, you bring 2 youth. You bring 5 executives, you bring 5 youth. This budget is not that much from your CSR. And then all the badges can be supplied by the by the Ministry of Environment. So this plan actually does have some merit. I've already been speaking to some stakeholders. So if you're interested in being part of that program to get young people to get meaningful engagement into the COP processes and on international stages, please reach out and I will be here all day.
So give us more seat at the table. We need more seat of youth. Thank you. Next, please. Come on, youth. Come on, youth. 30 seconds. Let's do it. Woohoo.
I think education on like self-sustenance of the community is also super important, and I think it kind of complements what you said about having a global action, but also like empowering communities to live in like how can they make sure that they live sustainably in their communities, because every community has a different need, and empowering them to use the resources around them is very important. And that's one of the projects I'm trying to do this summer. I come from Nepal, so I'm trying to go back home and like educate people on food sustainability, food security, and food sovereignty, so that people know where their food comes from and why it's important to know about it, so that they can take care of themselves and their community.
Thank you. Can we have one more pitch?
Hello everyone. So as I'm from Thailand, we considering as global South country, and as global South country, we have different expertise and comparing between global North, right? So South to South cooperation is something that need to be enhanced, and we should encourage both that nationally and internationally. So the South to South collaboration have established a few years ago, but mostly is like the collaboration between government to government. Therefore, it can be the collaboration between youth and youth as well. Youth can learn from each other, and actually I think learning from developing countries can also expand the collaboration in the future.
Thank you so much ค่ะตอนนี้ on higher education, and I think many of professors sitting in front of us. Yes.
Okay, I think in my opinion to make the society collaborate with us, we need to create them a sense of ownership. Like we work in Chula, we give a knowledge to the student to from undergrad to the doctoral student. We teach them about carbon neutral. We teach them how the way we can calculate the carbon footprint, so they can use their discipline. They can use their knowledge. Even though they study in political science, they study in science, they study in engineering. They can collaborate with each other to share their idea and come up with the best solution that they can get. And we create sense of ownership by we let them think, and we give money to them to make a real implementation in reality in our university. And after that, I think that after we let them do it by themselves,
yes.
we let them implement in our university. They think that this problem is their problem, and they have a sense of ownership to this problem, and they want to tackle it more.
Yes, so break the silo in the education system and let us work more together.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
I think education is really important, but specifically you want to make the people you want to engage with you care about the problems that they're facing. So, it's really about who your audience is and who you are trying to get to engage. It's going to be different for everyone. People are going to engage with the climate solution for different reasons, and you have to make them care about why it's important to them. If someone's living on the coast, you want them to care about the problem that's most important to them, which is sea level rise and those types of issues. So you have to be really deliberate about the way that you're engaging with the people that you want to engage with.
Make the education more humanized. Thank you.
I think if you look beyond just the education space, when people finish the education, we say we care about climate. There's lots of organizations, university level, but once you graduate, then what? Where are those green jobs? We talk about green jobs, doubling, tripling, so many green jobs everywhere. But actually, if you ever try to find green jobs, it's actually very hard, not just in Thailand, but everywhere. So how do we engage in a meaningful way that makes it accessible for the people who are looking for those jobs? So it's about these little things, these little investments on these platforms in advertising. How do you convey that these jobs are green so people know and people can find them and people feel like, oh, there's a pathway towards that job. I will take this university course. I will take that class.
Perfect. So the clear pathway to the green job, make it real. Thank you. We got one question from the audience, and the youth on the stage be ready.
Thank you. I'm Chaipon from Thailand. I'm working for the government, so I would like to know that how the government can support you, the young people, to be more action or more active on the climate change issue, and how we can support you. Thanks.
This is one of the doer in the sector, and he wants to support you as a Thai government. What can we work with you, all the country, and even the Thai youth yourself? 15 seconds per person. Yes, find the opportunities.
So I think that one of the events that I think is beneficial to this is the case competition that you encourage the youth to generate the ideas to solve the problem, but not only the idea. You have to give them like a funding, not the price. The price is not the price is not give them money and they go and idea is gone. But they have to use that money to implement the idea.
Oh my gosh, he asked for budget. To begin with, budget. Okay, why not? Yes.
Thank you so much for the question. I'm really happy to hear that from you. And apart from the funding, I truly believe in empowering in terms of the knowledge for youth to be ready to be in negotiation room and people listen to us. And professionally, we need some training from the government that will train and empower us in terms of knowledge set that we need to know before attending COP the next year or the year coming.
I really agree that we need to train younger people or even more people to negotiate because they are the real stakeholder. Good point.
So I read this really interesting report in Wall Street Journals. Most of the college graduates right now, university graduates, are going into finance or consulting jobs because they pay a lot of money. And right now, one of the biggest challenges in the world is being able to live in a society first create jobs in green space. Environment and sustainability, but 80% of the students are going to finance because that's the livelihood that they're going to have. But if there were jobs in green spaces that paid equally or if a little less, a lot of people would be interested in that because I think the opportunity cost would be low when they go into that space. And second is even in existing high-paying jobs, I think if we found a way to attract people by saying, oh, these are the things that they are doing to make the earth more sustainable, I think a lot of people would love that as well. And I think that would be one of the biggest support from the government.
I really like how you draw the youth to the market of job, shift the value that the green job is more paid and you do for others as well. Yes, this is very challenging. I love all this ask. Any more ask? Yes. Karim.
Yeah, I think, I'm not from Thailand, right? But
we are friends.
We are friends, yes. And thank you so much for the gift.
Yes.
But we have a YMCA in Thailand. We have a huge presence in Southeast Asia. We're really good. The YMCA is really good about bringing people together. But we're lacking in the technical knowledge of what we need to do to get young people there. I think one of the things I want to address on is it's not just about, yes, we need money. It's about our intention. Is the intention to actually solve something? Because if it is, we're not seeing a whole lot of it right now, right? So it's about finding those partners and also working with the private sector to figure out how does a pipeline of young people into green jobs also help your profit margin, right? So I think speaking the language, and also young people need to have a decent salary to live in this life. It's just pretty commonsensical. So I think that's just what I would advocate for is look for the intention when you have a partnership. What do you actually intend to do?
Yes, you say the infrastructure is already lined up at some extent, but asking for more initiative and activate yourself.
I'm not going to repeat what Kareem said because I agree with it. I think the other part is if you can open doors for people, you do it. If you can find ways that you can make those connections, you help them out. If you help people out, they will find their way. So you have to just believe that young people want to do those green jobs, when people want to make those changes, but they don't see those opportunities. And when they see them, they need somebody to help open that first door. Sometimes it's getting on the first panel, getting to your first COP, getting to your first job. But somebody needs to help them out, and that's where the intergenerational cooperation comes into play. I want you to keep that in mind when you leave COP this year. How can you open doors for other people? Other young people, your friends, or people who are your students? How do you help them? And you can start by asking what would they like, what would they need, and they can consider it.
I think Tata have opened so many doors for her friends and for us as well. So let's do more. Okay, we actually approaching our last questions, but I actually want to throw back to AW, right? AWs, maybe 15 seconds for your final thoughts before you leave COP, and what change you actually gonna do after coming to COP. This is such a great opportunity. Do more. You're asking us to do more. Us, yes. But how are you gonna do more? Share with us. Everyone, 15 seconds. And I will cut you very sharply if it's 16 seconds. Yes. Okay, let's do it.
It's keep the passion burning. I am so excited to be here, and I think I want to keep the excitement like when I return back home as well, and be able to share this. Energy is infectious, and I think I just want to share this energy with other friends, other people in my community.
Thank you. Sharing more. Yes.
For me, before I came here, I wasn't sure that what the project that I want to start in Thailand, would it be working? But after this COP, after I meet a lot of people and networking that I meet from COP, I truly believe that the resources that I have back home and the resources that I gain from this event is truly going to make something happen.
Thank you. Thank you to be confused with us and then finding a clearer path. Yes.
I would say don't stop talking to other people. It's been really valuable to hear everybody's different takes and their different backgrounds and their different perspectives. And I think the biggest concern is that the conference ends and everyone goes back to business as usual and kind of leaves things in the dust. So keep talking and keep engaging.
Don't stop advocate. Don't stop talking. Thank you. I think that's great. We have such an opportunity to use this. Okay, 15 minutes, go.
I want everybody who is in this room to walk the talk. We're here today, everybody's talking, but walk that talk. You say you want youth engagement, open those doors, we'll come to you. The Ministry of Environment says they want more youth engagement, open those doors, give those badges, we'll come to you.
Perfect. Yes, more badges. Yes. Okay.
Have more courageous conversations. Is climate change about course correcting the inequities we see today? Or are we talking about doing the same thing in a different way?
Woohoo. Yes, make your speech very clear and short and then provoking. Yes.
Okay, I think I need to be more ambitious. We know from COPs that we hardly to reach to what we want. So I have to work harder and work harder in my work and use this opportunity to sharing what I get from COPs to people in my society.
Thank you. You're already ambitious enough to be here, but you have to be more. Thank you. Yes.
My last word is collaborative. I think in order to reach our goal, we have to collaborate with each other. I know that everyone here has know-how, but I think that we have to share why we should do this to everyone. We must not be like a doctor who give medicine to everyone and then you must do this, but you have to share why they should do that, the sustainable thing that in their life.
Collaborative, and yes. Anyone, the last? Yes.
I think it's also really important to never stop educating yourself. There's always new things to learn. There's always new information, new science, things that are coming out every single day. And just because you're no longer in college or school doesn't give you the excuse to stop educating yourself and staying up to date with all of the problems and solutions.
Thank you. We only have 2 minutes, and can you want to say something? It's 10 seconds. Thank you.
A very nice, gentle reminder
Yes.
that is 2030 is only 7 years away. That means if you want to do a project successful, you have to start now.
Yes.
So form the project, do something, propose, ask for money. By the way, I'm the chairman of the Thai Timber Association.
Wow.
And the new association I'm just forming is the Climate Change Action and Carbon Credit.
Yes.
I'm willing to help you with any way
Oh,
you can.
wow.
Yeah.
Woohoo. Thank you. Please give a applause to starting from youth, but it's actually intergenerational effort to do this. And